The World of Warcraft Direct had an impressive showing with a clear roadmap on what players would expect in the next coming years. As someone who has been playing World of Warcraft on and off for some time now, I was eagerly looking forward to what Blizzard was going to announce in this Direct event that was held on November 13th. Even though there was a lot of really good updates and things to look forward to for the future of WoW, I was pretty disappointed to find out that there was no announcement for World of Warcraft to be on PC Game Pass and no console port announcement as well. In this video, I will be discussing my thoughts on why I believe Blizzard has not considered putting WoW on Game Pass, why I believe there's some underlying problems that are prohibiting them from making a console version of WoW, and where I think that what direction they will head into. Before we discuss that, please like the video if you're interested in this type of content, and subscribing is also great as well. But without further ado, let's dive right into the video. On October 13th, 2023, Microsoft had officially acquired Activision Blizzard in what was one of the biggest acquisitions the gaming industry has ever seen, with an astronomical buyout of $68.7 billion. So what did that exactly mean? It meant that Microsoft now had the rights to one of the many gaming franchises such as Call of Duty, Diablo, and the franchise we are discussing in this video, World of Warcraft. With Microsoft now overseeing Activision Blizzard, many gamers including myself had anticipated a potential addition of World of Warcraft to PC Game Pass and eventually an announcement to port the game into consoles. So why hasn't it happened yet? It's already been officially over a year since Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard, and still no announcements for WoW to be installed into the Xbox ecosystem. Games such as Call of Duty and Diablo have already been added into the Xbox Game Pass, and look to be part of the service for many years to come. However, the difference between games such as Call of Duty and Diablo compared to WoW boils down to a few factors that I believe are holding WoW back from being included into Game Pass and a future console release. The first factor is that unlike Call of Duty and Diablo, World of Warcraft is a subscription-based service, which has millions of players in that ecosystem that are paying a monthly service in order to play the game. With that said, I believe there may be potential technical issues trying to merge all the Battle.net WoW subscriptions into the Xbox PC Game Pass service. Remember, not too long ago, earlier this year, when Diablo 4 was added to Xbox PC Game Pass catalog, there were some complications with linking the Battle.net client and Xbox PC app, which was causing issues launching the game if you were downloading Diablo 4 on PC Game Pass. Therefore, it's possible that Blizzard is aware of potential merging issues when it comes to transferring World of Warcraft subscriptions into the Xbox Microsoft ecosystem and may still be trying to figure out how it's going to play out. Another factor is the way World of Warcraft is set up. The game is now 20 years old, and even though it has seen plenty of polish in its graphics and gameplay mechanics over the years, creating a console port of the game as it is right now does not make sense, and here's why. WoW has become an add-on dependent game over the years. I think many players can agree that add-ons are necessary in playing the game, especially if you participate in raids, dungeons, or PvP. Consoles generally don't support add-ons as readily as PCs due to a combination of factors including security concerns, platform control, potential for instability, and the complexity of managing user-generated content on a closed system, making it difficult for developers to ensure quality and compatibility across different consoles and user setups. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean Microsoft has not included add-on support in other games. They have in the past, but usually this happens later down the line after the game has been released on console. Therefore, console players would be at a disadvantage when the game launches at a competitive level in both PvE and PvP. Also, imagine how raiding would be for console players. Healers who play on console would have a much more difficult time trying to heal members than PC players who can simply click on raid frames a lot faster than using a controller. Healers on console would need to use the D-pad or analog stick on the controller to select a party member's raid frame, which would be slower than using a traditional mouse to click. Now, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy XIV does a similar thing for healers when using a controller. However, the combat in Final Fantasy XIV is a tad bit slower, which I believe is a lot more forgiving when it comes to healing when using a controller. So, where do I think Blizzard will eventually go with all this? As it stands, Blizzard is currently in phase 1 of a 3-part expansion series called the World Soul Saga. which includes the expansion that we are currently in, The War Within, and 2 other expansions set to be released in the future in World of Warcraft Midnight and World of Warcraft The Last Titan. I believe Blizzard is going to use the World Soul Saga as a finale to usher in a new era in World of Warcraft and announce a new World of Warcraft game that will have a new engine and combat system that will be more tailored for both PC and consoles. Keep in mind, games such as Final Fantasy XIV, Elder Scrolls Online, and Throne and Liberty were all released with a console-friendly system in mind. And now that Microsoft will have influence in the decision making for World of Warcraft, I believe this will be the direction they will go into the near future. And I believe it's also the reason why they have not included WoW on PC Game Pass, because I think it makes the most sense for them to release a new World of Warcraft game with both PC and consoles in mind. And that's all I have today, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I'll be posting content on this channel weekly, so if you like hearing me ramble about games, the gaming industry, gaming nostalgia, or other gaming related content, this is the channel to be at, as I have huge plans for future content, so be sure to subscribe. And before I head out, I want to know your guys' opinions about the future of WoW, and do you want to see WoW eventually on console and on Game Pass? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're new to World of Warcraft or a returning player, check out these 2 videos over here. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.